Just what we're going to go into now is the Fred O'Connell Award. So we have some schools here who have put in submissions for our Fred O'Connell Award. What we've done this year, for people who've been here before, we've done a little presentation on the award this year, because in previous years, on feedback to us, people have said, we didn't really get to hear too much about what the winning school did or how they did it. So we're 15 minutes, we're going to go through what the schools did to win. It ties in nicely with Janet's presentation, where she had the balloons and said it's important to celebrate. So, and also to share good practice, which is really why we set up the Innovation Award from Fred O'Connell. Fred O'Connell was somebody who worked with the National Parents Council in the very early days. He was the first employed person in NPC, and we've set up this award in his memory. But it really is to look at innovation in schools, is to recognise all the good work that's happening, but it also gives us an opportunity to share it with other schools, because in our office we get lots of phone calls from parents' associations, from parents who are saying, you know, we're really struggling with this. And we know, because we're hearing from other schools, well, actually other schools are struggling with it, but also other schools have found ways and solutions of dealing with it. So the whole point of this award is really to share that. After the conference, we put the details of what these schools are doing up on our website. So if they've given us templates and forms, and it all exists on our website, so you can go there and get further information if you want. So when people put in an entry for award, we have lots of different categories. So we have a third, second and first, which we'll come to in a minute, but also we recognise achievements within schools. So if the school has complied with all the requirements to put the award in, which is quite a high requirement. I mean, one, you're a member of an NPC, but also you have to show that you're doing something that's about partnership in schools, and there's categories for that. So the award has to comply with that. And when it does, we give a certificate of achievement to those that have complied with that, but not actually won first, second and third. So we're just going to, some of the schools are here, so we want to call them out to receive their certificate. Unfortunately, some aren't, but we'll say their names. But the first few are here. So Carrigaline Educate Together National School. Is somebody from Carrigaline? Holy Family Senior National School in Swords. Glinsk National School in County Galway. St Oliver's National School, Main Street, Carlingford. So we have St Patrick's National School, who are not here, and then we have St Bridget's National School, Trafalgar Road, Greystones. We have 3 more schools as well that unfortunately can't be here today, but we'll be sending on their certificates as well. So then we get into our prize winners for the third, second and first place. So in third place, we've got Pope John Paul II National School, Swords. Would you like to come forward? So just to give a little bit of information about the school that's won third place, the Pope John Paul II National School did a whole school approach at developing a road safety campaign. It was a growing school. Correct me if I'm wrong in anything now, but this is from the submission. Sorry, Malahide. And it was a growing school, and parking, and probably a lot of people here have the same problem in the school. But I suppose what we particularly recognised from this school was that instead of it constantly going to the Board of Management, the Parents Association took this on as a project themselves and felt that they would look at finding solutions. They looked at quite a few different things. They had bumper stickers on cars. They had a code of conduct that people could sign up to. They did road safety training, had people into the school talking to parents, and it was a huge piece of work that resulted in very positive outcomes. So congratulations, and again we'll be putting a lot of the supporting information that they gave us on the website for them to look at. In second place then, we've got Scoil in Cork. Is anybody here from Scoil? No, okay. So I'll just tell you a bit about what they did. They had a talk on mental health and well-being, and this triggered a whole piece of work that they did then, that they looked at their playground. They felt that mental health and well-being and learning should be in the whole school environment, and they decided that they would look at their playground and make it a more inclusive place for students. So if you look at the before and after, you can see the difference that they made. It wasn't just that wall, which was, can you remember, Robert, was it 700 metres? It was a ridiculously length of wall to be painting, and with volunteers they painted it. But they did different stations around the school. They did it for sports, music, sensory boards and analytical areas. So there was learning at the playground in fun, games, but also looking at the different needs of the children within the school as well. So that's the second place. And so now the drum roll for place first is Scoil Columcille. Columcilles, there's my English now, Knockline in Dublin. So I think we've got representatives from the school here, if you want to come forward. And so this school, I suppose, shows you the variety of the kind of different award presentations, and it should give people, I suppose, a reason to apply for next year. We don't just look at dramatic projects that you can see visually are different, but it's really about, I think this project shows you the heart of parents' associations and what they're about. So this is a huge school, and it's got a lot of people, a lot of parents, well, a lot of children, which means a lot of parents. And what they decided to do, I think based on a lot of contact with us as well through the years, is they decided to say, well, look, our school Parents Association is not a fundraising committee, and we want our school Parents Association to start supporting parents in their children's education and learning. And they've been on quite a journey with this, and they're continuing with the journey, which we also wanted to recognise. They rebranded their Parents Association in the shape of a shamrock, and that recognises parents, students and the school in that partnership, I suppose. And they also developed a new website. They were very lucky to have somebody within the school parent body that had IT skills. And I'll show you a few pages of that. But I think why we've put the newsletter here is that quite often schools can do things and then the rest of the school don't know about it. So the Parents Association is working really busily away at what they're doing, but nobody really knows. And one of the parts of what this school did was they wanted to make sure that everybody knew what was happening and all the changes that they were making. So they've this lovely new website, but it's not just the fact that it looks lovely, it's the content of it. They've got a vision for their and mission for their Parents Association. They're clearly stating education is the centre of what the Parents Association is about, and I suppose for us that's the heart of what we think Parents Association should be doing. So congratulations again, and sorry I couldn't pronounce your school's name.